Hi, how are you? Since I saw you guys last, I pierced my nose. Myself. Not once, 3 times. In the same spot. Because anything worth doing is worth doing poorly. Or at least that's what I've learned from watching Minnesota sports.
There's the snapper. And the kick is no good!
Quick question. Does talking to a camera lens ever get any easier? Just asking for a friend. Speaking of friends, because I've been talking about mixing and mastering on this channel a little bit, the good people over at Endorphins have sent me a few different products to demo, and the first of which, the one we're going to look at here today, is this pedal, the Golden Master pedal. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little skeptical about this. I figure the best way to go about testing this in good fashion here with this channel is make some new music. We'll take each of the instruments and kind of process them through this unit and then see if it just overall enhances the sonic quality of everything. So first and foremost, let's make some music. If you guys have seen this channel before, you know I'm not much for tutorial style videos. If I had Morgan Freeman's voice, I'd happily read you guys the manual, but if you're looking to deep dive into how to actually use this pedal, I'll link a couple great videos that have already done that sort of thing down in the description. But to just touch on the basics here, you have 3 modes. It's a EQ, a compressor, and mid-side processing. For each of these, you get 3 bands, your low, mid, and highs, and they can each be adjusted independently for each of those processing modes. You have a threshold for the compressor, a mix knob for parallel processing, and you can also monitor your input and output via the VU button, and then obviously bypass button, and you can save presets in here. Also, a little side note, they do make this in a Eurorack format. I kind of like the pedal just because of the space and the ease of how things are laid out. This is a very easy device to get your head around. So with that out of the way, I haven't really made anything with my Hydrosynth since I bought it, unfortunately. I've had that thing for probably around a year now, so we're going to change that today. Also, I'm going to be utilizing the ground control sequencer from Endorphins, video coming in the future, essentially as a MIDI controller and maybe some light sequencing plugged into the Hydrosynth. So let's start building the song. Okay, I got a little lazy here. I didn't really feel like building out all of the drums with the Hydrosynth right now, so I just utilized samples that I have, and with that I also created like a little kind of glitch sweep sound as well as a pluck from the bass that I pulled out of the Hydrosynth. So this is what the drums sound like. And then before we process any of this through the Golden Master, this is basically what we're working with here. So I don't want to bore you guys here with me twiddling knobs and kind of coming up with the settings for each of these parts. So I'm just going to show you the before and after sounds so you can kind of hear what the processing is doing, just to try to cut down on the length of the video. Okay, moment of truth. Let's take a listen to the whole thing, see how everything sounds after all that processing. Not gonna lie, I am impressed. Call me impressed. I think the selling point of this unit is the mid-side processing. That's the gem in this box. Having the split 3-band control is super powerful. Being able to kind of control your low frequencies, maybe into more of a mono format or vice versa. The dimension that you can get with this box, it sounds really good. The EQ sounds great too, in my opinion. Sometimes having less options like this, I think can be better, instead of having like option overload with like FabFilter Pro Q or something. And like overall being able to kind of solo and mute different bands while you're working on it is a nice handy feature that they built into this. So who is this really tailored towards? Well, I think first of all, the obvious one is live musicians. If you don't already have some kind of a processing unit like this in your rig, then a small little box like this, it's really portable and gives you all these nice processing features for your mix or your final output, especially when you consider traveling to different venues and different PA or different speaker systems that they're going to have. Being able to kind of tailor your sound with at least an EQ, but not to mention the mid side is going to be really handy to have. But then also, like, depending on what equipment you have in your studio, this could absolutely be something that at least improves the sonic quality of different synths or instruments that you're recording into the computer, but also just processing things afterwards, I think is just fine. 24-bit 96 kilohertz. I mean, for this price, like, if you don't already have a bunch of other mixing equipment, this would be a kind of a cool tool to have, especially just something to kind of get you tweaking knobs and be a little bit more hands-on with your sound. So yeah, if you guys made it this far into the video, I appreciate you hanging out here in the studio with me today, listening to some music. Let me know what you guys think of the box down in the comments, and otherwise, I'll be making a couple more videos on some other Endorphins products here soon. So if you haven't already, I hope you consider subscribing to the YouTube channel here, and I will see you guys again shortly. Okay, bye.